Hello everyone, and good to see you again. In the meantime, I am intended to talk about how you can formulate your essay by means of developing ideas, expressions, using linkers, discourse markers, and other conjunctions. Undeniably, essay encompasses distinct sections. These sections are divided into several paragraphs. Each paragraph has its own genre or own function. In this function, you are going to express your ideas by starting with what? With the general terms or general expressions, moving to the in-depth explanation, and then ending up with your own idea or your own decision about the topic that you are talking about. So here are called introduction, body paragraph, and the conclusion. But in an academic writing, especially when you want to design or set your research paper, you need to address different elements, such as introductory statements, problematic, using a discourse marker in order to express what you have explained in the first paragraph, and then you will come up with a conclusion that can give, how we can say it, a reasonable solution of that problem. Alright, so I will address one by one and tell you how you can formulate your essay based on the former expressions or former ideas, and by using sections, in what? In a sequential order. Very good. So we start with introductory statements, and I will explain one by one. So the first thing, as I said, is the introductory statement. So introductory statement simply means an introduction about your topic. So you give a general ideas about what you are intended to express and talk about things in general. So here we are talking about general ideas. Good. So the thing that should be linked with the general idea is the problematic. So for example, you are talking about developing technological materials and making them adaptive to the learner's perception. So it's very useful according to the we can say it, the recent and the modern technology that are used in our daily life. This is an introduction. This is what? An introductory statement. Then you will come up with a problematic. However, many countries do not have the capability or not have the adequate resources to buy the preceding technologies. So this is a problematic. So here you are going to address the problematic into a sentence. You can make it as a question, okay? Or the best thing is to make it in statements. Okay? You are presenting the problematic statement. That's it. You will use it with the introductory statement, which is the general ideas about your topic. Right? So when we talk about general ideas, we move to the problematic. Alright. So we have finished with the problematic section. So here is used only in one paragraph. So here we are addressing what general ideas about your topic along with the problematic statement. And then you stop. This is the first paragraph. Second paragraph is the in-depth explanations. So here we move to the body paragraph when we provide explanatory or explicative. So in explicative sections or explaining sections, you are going to talk about things, okay? Things that you have dealt in the first paragraph by explaining ideas with full of details and talking about that problematic. Why you are intended to do, what, etc., what other things, what other problems and why, etc. So here we are going to address the reasons, for example, okay? And also the consequences what we address also. We address, for example, events, alright, the drawbacks, right? When we address the drawbacks, we've moved to the another things. So these are the elements that you are going to explain using in your body paragraph. So here in the explicative section, you are going to talk to make it in the body paragraph. Body paragraph. When you finish with the body paragraph, you come up with a conclusion. So conclusion is just not, preferably should not be personal for academic writing. You need to talk about, the presented topic indirectly, right? You cannot express your own personal ideas. You just come up with the solutions. So here, in a conclusion, you will talk about solutions. Okay, possibilities. So here is used as conclusion. Conclusion. All right. So this is just what, as a preliminary stage or preliminary explanation about how you can formulate your essay. That's it, how you can set the design, the layout, etc., and moving in a sequential order. That's it. After that, the most insignificant part is by using discourse markers, linkers, etc. Discourse markers are used precisely to make your ideas clearer and not vague, okay, to the reader himself or herself. So here you need to use the discourse markers to explain ideas in a very professional way. Good. We have a discourse marker for introductory statements, for problematic, for explaining things in a body paragraph, and also in making a conclusive, conclusive judgment or conclusive ideas. Good. So I will tackle these discourse markers and explain or give you some examples. the discourse markers, we have discourse markers for introduction, body, and conclusion. For introduction, you start by this. For example, you can say, it is a common knowledge alright, as a general perspective, generally, okay, we can say we can also say initially, etc. So these are used to introduce the first introductory statement. I mean, your introductory statement should be presented like this. It is common knowledge that, and then you will talk about your topic in general way, right? So this is how you can present. There are many discourse markers that you can use in your introduction. So it is not restricted way or restricted a rule. So there are plenty of discourse markers that can be implemented as what? As the first step of your paragraph. That's it. We move to the next one, which is a body. In the body paragraph, so here for example, in a body paragraph, alright, so here we can talk about causes, reasons, etc. and importance as well. So the first thing that we are going to address is the importance. Importance, for example, we say, importantly, insignificant, here not a common knowledge, because knowledge is uncountable. It is common knowledge. Importantly, we have insignificant, what do we have also? We have it must be clarify that. Or know that. Etc. Alright? When you give your own or personal expression, so here your personal statements. In your personal statement, you will start like this. In my own point, okay, I believe I think, etc. Alright? So this is a personal statement. When we talk about causes, okay? So causes here, we say, we have, because of that, what do we have also? This is why Alright? So here I use as to express causes, etc. There are plenty of discourse markers, as I said. We have what? We have results. So I'm going to erase this part so that I can continue. We have results. In the result we say as a result of that, as a result, okay, we can say based on that, we can say therefore as we can use it as a cause also, as we have also therefore according to that etc. Now we move to the conclusion. Yes. In the conclusion, what do we use? Yeah, we have in conclusion. To conclude that, what do we have also? There are other words such as bring to an end, on the whole, coming to an end, etc. So these are the discourse markers that I was talking about. Thank you very much for your kind listening, and as usual, I will tackle other sessions or other topics that's related to the academic writing, related to TOEFL, and related to anything that include with the English field. Thank you very much again, and